My son built a Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX deck. Let's go ahead and take a look at how he did with this deck build. My name is Tyler with Crystal Beast TCG, and thank you for joining today. I want to go ahead and I want to take a look at this deck that my son built in his free time during this summertime. He's got a lot of time on his hands, and one of those things that we got him doing was building decks. And so, with this deck, I've got it sorted out with our energies, our trainer cards, and our Pokemon cards. And with the breakdown of this, I gave him the structure of just a 20-20-20 even split between the three types of cards. Now, of course, with this deck, he has 21 Pokemon, 21 energies, and then 18 trainer cards. So a little bit off from the 20 split, but obviously he was just building this out and he putting the cards in there that he wanted. So we got him to that point. So let's go ahead and just take a look at the Pokemon of in this deck. So starting off, we got the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. Yes, we pulled this card, and it is a very shiny card. And I want you to kind of, as you're going through this, I want you to notice something with this. And if you're familiar with the TCG and the ability of this card, you want to take a look at what's going to come up next in the rest of this deck. So first off, we got that one. And then we have a Fido, and then Dosspun to follow it up, so make sure you have that evolution line in there. Now, this deck is not fully legal. If you may notice, it's got the F down there. F is not a legal card. Only G, H, and I are legal cards at this time within the Pokemon TCG, so not a fully legal deck, but I'm sure with a lot of these cards are available in other sets or more legal sets so that we can actually build and play with these. So Ralts is that first one, followed up by Curlia, and of course we have to follow it up with the Gardevoir EX. Yes, we got one of those as well, and that is also a very, very sparkly and pretty card. But this was a fun one for him to kind of figure out too, because he knows the Gardevoir EX is a strong deck, so he built this out with the Gardevoir EX in mind as well. Then we got Sandygast, followed by Palossand. Little expensive of a card, honestly. With a Spooky Shot with 2 and then 3 for 80. And you need a Stadium in play. So, and then you got Togepi. Now this was a fun one for him too. He liked Togepi because he got to pull up the Togetic. And then from there, the Togekiss. He likes Togekiss in his Pokemon Go, so he's got the, you want to make sure you put that into his deck, especially the Psychic deck, or the Eye deck. And then we got Swirlix and Slurpuff. Slurpuff as well, pretty expensive card in my opinion, but honestly, he's actually pulled this out of me and he's taken away quite a few of my Pokemon with it. So it's expensive, but maybe that was just my fault for giving him the opportunity to actually attack me with it. Then we get Esper and Meowstic. Meowstic, again, another expensive card, but he's just finding those cards, fill up his deck. And Oricorio, so we have a few of them that were just basics on their own, Oricorio being one of them. The amount of just basic Pokemon that are in here is really low. So with other decks, I've talked to them about adding more basics in there because he doesn't always have to rely on the evolutions to be able to do the things he wants to do. It's good, but with other decks that we've worked on, we've found pretty good success with having some just basic Pokemon in there that are decently strong. We got Flittle, simple little card there that evolves into a Spartha. And that one, not so great of a card. But now this one, Monkey Dory. I honestly have not looked at how often this card is played when in the TCG, but this card sucks. I will say, getting that mind bend out there and now confusing my Pokemon, it's not fun to have a confused Pokemon constantly. And then if I attack myself, then I'm back to, um, then I have to deal with that damage, and then the 60 damage just keeps going over and over and over again. It's really not a fun card to be battling against. So he likes getting this card and bringing it out to just start confusing my Pokemon constantly. And I do my best to try to knock this out as fast as possible. We got Latios. Latios, great card. Again, costly card, but it does bring out a lot of a pretty strong attack if you're just trying to use this once and to turn and burn it. So this was definitely a fun one for him too. And then just out of a random card, just to add into the Pokemon because it doesn't have any requirements for the energy, Lechonk. So we got Lechonk in there. So those are all of his Pokemon cards, and if you noticed within all of that, unfortunately, the Team Rocket's Mewtwo is not useful at all in this deck. Cannot attack unless you have 4 or more Team Rocket's Pokemon in play. So this was something that I noticed with him. Whenever he put the card in there, I saw him put it in there, and I knew that it was there. I also knew this deck didn't have any Team Rocket's Pokemon. We actually battled a few times before he was able to bring this out and to try to attack me with it. And yeah, sure, I could have told him like, hey, that's not a useful card. Don't put that in there because you don't have any other Team Rocket's Pokemon in there. But if I were to tell him every little thing over and over again, he won't learn the lesson and understand what was actually important to do and what was actually important and how to actually use these cards. So I didn't tell him. I came out to the point where he was wanting to attack me with Team Rocket's Mewtwo, that I told him that he can't because of its ability. So he was definitely defeated at that point when it came to that particular battle, because he really wanted to use the Team Rocket's Mewtwo. But he also understood that was actually a bad decision, or not the best decision for his deck when it comes to adding this EX Pokemon in there. And so, lesson learned. He learned it with me, didn't learn it with other people. If he was playing with other people in an actual Pokemon League, I wouldn't have let him put this in his deck. Obviously, this whole deck's not legal, but I wouldn't have let him put that in this deck because I knew it wouldn't have been useful for him. So, lesson learned. But we have removed this card from his deck, and we're just still trying to figure out what to put back in there or replace it with. And honestly, if you have any comments or anything like that regarding what we should replace it with, and maybe even some considerations when it comes to making this deck actually legal. Obviously, we remove anything with the yellow border, but put anything in there that is a legal card. And let me know what you guys think, if you guys have any suggestions for this particular deck. Now on to the trainer cards. Now a lot of these are cards that he's already used to playing with. He knows how they work, so he's just adding them in his deck because he knows how to play with them. And so Nest Ball being one of them. It's got 2 Nest Balls in there, searching for that basic Pokemon. We got a Great Ball as well. And we got Energy Sticker, trying to get that energy from the discard to the bench Pokemon. Fight a lot, or fighting a lot, late. I don't know how you say that. Someone tell me. Did I say that wrong? So, got that to help heal the Pokemon. You got the rare candy because of all of his evolutions, but he only has a few of them that are stage 2 evolution. So, could have been useful, but not terribly. But if he gets at the right time. Got Potion there. Then you got Energy Switch, so moving that energy from one Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. That's helpful, especially when he's got his Gardevoir out and he's moving energies around. Iono, common card for him. He just likes to watch you have to lose all your cards and shuffle them to the bottom of your deck. Then you have Clive, revealing their hand, drawing 2 cards for each supporter. Lucia's Appeal, switch one of those bench basic Pokemon to the active spot. If you do, the active Pokemon is now confused. That's a fun one again. Adding on to that Monkey Dory, just confusing Pokemon constantly. Wallace, draw 3 cards. Nimona, draw 3 cards. Nimona, draw 3 cards. Rika, look at the top 4 cards and put 2 of them in your hand. Shuffle the other cards and put them at the bottom of your deck. And then Norman, draw 2 cards, and if your opponent's active card is a Pokemon EX, draw 2 or more cards. And then Professor's Research, discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. So those are all the trainers in there. Again, obviously a lot of these trainer cards he has been using in other decks that he's familiar with. He knows how they work, so those are the ones he kind of leaned to when it came to adding them in there. Anything that allows him to draw cards is really what he's trying to go for, and then getting those basic Pokemon out so we can start evolving them. And then you got all those 21 energies in there. So this is all solely psychic. Obviously, a more advanced deck would have different types in here that would play off of each other. Again, he's just building decks, learning how to build them in general. So everything is psychic in here except for that Lechonk. But yeah, so any recommendations you may have, by all means, put them in the comments below. Tell me what your thoughts are. How do you think you did with this build? This is, I think, his 3rd or 4th deck that he's built so far. So let me know what you think. Any comments, any thoughts? But yeah, I'll make sure to I'm going to bring another one of these to you as well soon. He's got I think 2 other decks that I want to look at with you all. So if you are interested in any Japanese Pokemon cards, definitely check out my website, crystalbeasttcg.com. Hope you all have a great rest of your day.